to my channel. My name is Yetunde Adewumi and I run a fashion school. I want to say thank you to all those that have watched our videos, dropped your comment. Thank you very much. So today I want to talk about how to do a princess dart. If you want to follow us on our social media, follow us on Facebook, Yeti House of Fashion, YE80, on Instagram, Yeti_fashion, YE80 fashion. And like I said, online classes will be coming up in January. So you can join this class from anywhere in the world. I'll put details about it on our social media pages, so follow us for it. So back to what I said, we're doing a princess dart, and what we'll be needing, you need your tape measurements, you need your scissors, you need your French curve, you need your pin, and then you need your chalk, obviously. And I can use a white chalk on this because it can show. So briefly going back to what she has drafted, you can see the neckline, you can see the armhole. So I just want to explain how to get a princess dart. If you don't know how to draft a normal dress, you might have to go to other tutorials to get how to do it. So explaining other things, this is the zip space for the back, which is 2 extra inches to your normal clothes. So now this is the front and this is the back. The front we've added a whole lot of 4 extra inches, the back too added 4 extra inches, then the 2 at each side for the zip. So it's placed on each other. This is the front and this is the back. Now after you've drafted, and don't forget that you take 1 inch to bend your shoulder, you have the armhole. So if you don't know how to draft your normal basic blocks, you might have to refer back to other videos for that one. So if you've drafted, if you've gotten to this stage to make your dress into a princess dart, first thing is indicate the middle of your armhole. This is 7 inches and she has indicated it, you can see 3.5. Now the next thing is your shoulder to bust, you should indicate it. This dress shoulder to bust is 10 inches. So from your shoulder line, get 10 inches plus half inch sewing allowance, so 10.5. Dot that 10.5. Then also get your across bust. This across bust is 8. This is what we call across bust point to bust point, 8 inches. So into 2, because we folded our fabric into 2. So 8 into 2, that's 4 inches plus half extra inch, which will make it 4.5 for sewing allowance. Because if I sew it now, it's going to come back to what you've done. So we have 4.5, 4 and I added extra half inch for sewing. So once you've gotten that, your shoulder to bust and your across bust, you can see this cross, that is that line. So all you have to do is you now take your French curve. If you don't know how to use your French curve, you can just link it to the middle line. But if you have a French curve, take your French curve, make sure that your line gets here and gets up. So up here and down here, you can see this line, this line. Once they've linked on the French curve, you can now join. She didn't add half inch sewing allowance, as I'm taking this again, because the half inch she was supposed to add it. So then from the middle here to where I've drafted, so you can see the French curve helps you to achieve a very straight line. So after that, all you need to do is what your dark line, which is 4 inches, you now take it all the way down so that you can just have a straight cut. But now that I've added half inch up here, I need to add that half inch up to the end. So 4.5. If I'm coming down, I can actually stop at 4 now so that it can link the dress. So like this, and that is your princess dart. I'm not cutting the neckline. So another thing you need to do is also you need to first cut it out because we're going to place it back on each other. You need to cut it out on that line. So when you're adding to the length of a princess dart, add nothing less than 2 inches so that you can. I'm just cutting the front now. Please note that because the back, I don't want you to have princess dart. If you want it to have your princess dart, fine, you can cut it like that. So this is the gown length plus 2 extra inches we got at that part. Please measure your clothes. I'm good with my own measurement already, so I can just do. So this is what we're working with. After you've now done this, you need to put these extra ones back on top of this one. You need to, that's why I said you have to add nothing less than 2 inches, because later on this one will be shorter than the other one that you drafted. So now I need to pin 1/2 inch so that I will know that my clothes, I will get my sewing allowance from it. So I pin 1/2 inch all the way down, Now if you don't want this princess dart to get down, you might have to stop your cut maybe under the bust and then add another joining, but I don't want this to have any extra joining, so I folded on top of each other 1/2 inch that we're going to sew. So after that one, you now redraft your sleeve, because you can see that this armhole line has shifted now, so you need to redraft it. What do you use for armhole?
7.5.
7.5. So the armhole is 7.5. It will obviously come down 7.5 to make the back into 2, the shoulder line. Then to get your armhole, you can do 1.5 inch out, 1.5 inch up, or rather if you have your French curve, you can just use it to do this, so you can see still the same thing. So put your French curve to indicate that line. So after we put this one on each other, then you can now draft. Okay, also your measurement, you need to retake it because to be shorter. What's the bust?
9
inches plus 2 extra inches,
11.
Or you can just do 1.5 extra inch. The waist is
30.
7.5,
then
plus 2 extra inches,
9.5.
that's 9.5. So it's 9.5. The hips is
10.5.
10.5 plus maybe 2 extra inches, that's
12.5.
this is 1.5 now, so plus 1 extra and a half. At the down part, you pencil it. So if I'm using 10.5 before, now we go to 9.5. You minus 1, 9.5. This is it. You now add 1 extra inch for sewing. So it's as good as you just measure your hip line down here. So I don't know the neckline she wants to use. So it's this line that will now be taken with the back now, since I've redrafted it. So from the neckline, I'm not drafting the neckline yet. I don't know what neckline. So my shoulder to my armhole. And then to this line, and I'm coming here. If you don't know how to bend in well, you should please be careful. There's no sharp body size or anything. So and then we have our complete dress with the princess dart. So if we want now, we can take any of these ones, you can change it, you can use it to cut another fabric, and I think that would be very nice. So you can cut out another fabric, so it will be something else. That I think the beauty of princess dart is really having something at the side. So if you have this in the middle, you cannot use this fabric obviously to cut out another style, and that one will be here, so you can see it. So it will be very, very nice like that. That's how to cut a princess dart. For your measurements, you'll be needing your across bust, like I said. You'll be needing your shoulder to bust line. You also be needing the middle of your armhole line. That's the difference you have to the normal dress. So if you want to know how to cut a princess dart, you can use this video. If you have any problem, please drop your comment and let us know. Thank you for always watching the video. Subscribe and come back for more. Like I said, online tutorials will be coming very soon, so keep in touch and like our pages on social media. Thank you for watching.